Welcome to Techstination. Joining us are Jodi, Olshevski, gerontologist at the Hartford, and Kyle Rakow, Vice President and National Director of AARP's Driver Safety Program. Thank you for joining us, Kyle and Jodi.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, you've got a survey that you've conducted pertaining to, I guess, the acceptance of new technology, safety technology in cars by older drivers. Give us an overview of what you've done here. I don't know which of you wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll be happy to take that. You know, here at the Hartford, we have actually been studying the adoption behaviors of drivers over the age of 50 with regard to this vehicle safety technology for a number of years. In this most recent survey that we conducted with AARP Driver Safety, we found that, interest in these technologies is really increasing among drivers age 50 and older. 82% told us that they're interested in getting the technology in their next vehicle, and we found that about half of the drivers already had it. So if they don't have it, they want it, and we've been noticing that interest has been increasing over the years. It's kind of trendy.
Kyle, what are the types of technologies we're talking about here?
Yeah, thanks for the question, Fred. The technologies that older drivers use the most are backup cameras, systems like blind spot warning, as well as smart headlights. And it's these features that have the potential to help extend driving longevity and help drivers, quite honestly, feel more comfortable and confident when they're behind the wheel, and absolutely safer in certain situations as well.
And then this would include, I suppose, lane assist and collision warnings.
You're exactly right.
Jodi, maybe you want to address this a little bit, and perhaps Kyle, too. Very often with some of these technologies, one of the problems even younger drivers are facing is how to use them properly. There's sometimes a lot of misunderstanding. So how do we address that?
Yeah, I think that it is a very critical issue. We find that it's really important for people to know about the technologies, and we found in the survey that only about 7% of people said that they had been in some kind of a training program. And so we actually teamed up here at the Hartford with AARP Driver Safety a couple years ago to develop Smart Driver Tech, which is an educational program that really provides drivers with the necessary tools that they need to kind of understand and navigate, to really learn how to drive with the technologies, because we think that it's really important for people to understand the technologies before they get out there and try to use them.
Kyle, how do people find that or take advantage of that?
Yeah, so actually listeners can go to thehartford.com/cartech, and they can learn about these research results, information on vehicle safety technologies, and also find this Smart Driver Tech workshop that's actually offered both in person and online as well. Interesting.
Jodi, I assume the insurance companies have a lot to benefit from the more these technologies are adopted, leading hopefully to fewer accidents, fewer injuries. Tell us what your thoughts are about the role of the insurance industry in getting more car makers and more consumers to buy into this.
Yeah, I work as a gerontologist, so I'm not sure I can speak for the insurance industry, but I can say that vehicle safety tech is becoming more widely available. And we are expecting that to improve driver safety and reduce the likelihood of collisions over time. So I think it is something that is very important for us to keep our eye on, which is why, over the last 8 years or so, we've really been investing time, energy, effort in better understanding these technologies. As you know, they're changing very quickly. And then there's the adoption issue, and there's that extra layer of drivers who are older, and their adoption and understanding of the technology. So there's a lot of moving parts, really important for us to keep our eye on.
And Kyle, along those lines, I guess there's interest and maybe excitement over autonomous vehicle technology and what it could mean for people when you talk about mobility services, looking at this whole issue as a new form of mobility, driverless even?
Yes, absolutely. I think the aging population could certainly benefit from the autonomous vehicle when they're more safely and more readily available. But one of the things that I'd like to mention here, although the research is looking extremely promising around the benefits of vehicle technology that's actually available in the vehicles today, the driver is still the most important part of the driving experience. And drivers today need to remain alert and engaged at all times, even though these technologies are really helping drivers in the driving experience today.
Jodi, are older drivers, more mature drivers, as prone to bad behavior, texting behind the wheel, as younger people are?
Yeah, it's an important question. We haven't looked at that specifically. I think one of the things that we find in general is as people get older, they tend to be aware of some of the changes that are happening that could impact their driving safety. And so oftentimes they're a little more focused on concentrating and kind of reducing distractions. But certainly for everybody, there are a lot of things to be distracted by these days. The good news in our survey is that we found that only about 1 in 10 drivers found these safety technologies themselves distracting, which was relieving, right? Because there's so many things going on in the vehicle today that the importance as we age of really concentrating and focusing is even more important than ever.
And what are some of the other findings from this that we might find of interest?
Yeah, I think one of the findings that really excites me the most is this figure that 77% of drivers 50 and older said that vehicle technology makes them feel more confident behind the wheel. And I think that really, really goes a long way for the aging population and helping to keep them connected to the things that they enjoy doing and being independent and being able to drive themselves.
And I guess it can bring some peace of mind to their friends and family as well, if the technologies are helping to protect.
Absolutely.
For more information on all this, are there places people can go to online? Yes.
Listeners can absolutely go to thehartford.com/cartech. And at this site, they will find research results that we've talked through today a little bit, as well as information on vehicle safety technologies, and where they can find smart driver tech. It's the workshop that we've discussed as well. And that workshop is available both in person and online as well.
Terrific. Jodi Olshevski and Kyle Rakow, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Sure. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C. Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.